Alright guys, what's going on? It is Magi coming at you with another clan war tonight. It is Insight Gaming versus Psionic Aftermath. I'm gonna let them take first map pick for this game. So let me get my guy in here. Oh, where is he actually? Where is he in the list? There he is. Invite the party. I think the first game is going to be Spartan versus Genesis. I'm going to let them take first map pick for this game. Sorry about that. That was an accident. I forgot my voice is up. Anyway. Invite Swagger. I got it. TV/Magi Shiro. Alright, there we go. Alright, so whatever map. Who wants map pick? So we can get this game on the roll. Fair enough, fair enough. Double stream. Nice. Alright, let me throw this in clan chat for you guys in clan land. Stream is live, boys. I'm gonna throw this in broadcast so everybody can watch. Alright, so I guess the first map is just going to be Abyssal Reef, since no one is picking out the map here. Spartan versus Sushi. Alright, so we're gonna get this game on the roll. Let's check this out real quick. Alright, looks like we're all good here. Race check, ready check. We'll get this game on the roll. Race check. Ready check. PvP. And it looks like we're set. Alright, here we go. Starting the game up, boys. First map is going to be Abyssal Reef with the WCS Game Heart mod. This ought to be good for you guys if you watch and view this. See if this is going to be a quick game or a slow game. You know, you never know. PvP is one of the games that once it gets late game is a fun match to watch as the Disruptor Dodgeball begins. I'm going to have to go AFK in the middle of this. I'm going to try and find them to follow them along. There will be a cutout in commentation. I am sorry about that, but family matters are a thing. Always the worst possible timing with family, you know. So anyways, we load into here. Abyssal Reef is probably the standard map right now in the map pool that everybody seems to enjoy. Very beautiful looking map, very pretty. Under the sea, you know, under the sea. As we all get loaded in here, PvP will begin. So we're waiting on Spartan and maybe a couple others. No problemo. And spawning into the bottom right hand corner, representing purple, or playing with the purple Protoss pieces, is Insight's Gaming Genesis. Fired up that probe right away, and spawning into the top left hand corner of Abyssal Reef, we're playing with the yellow Protoss pieces, is Psionic Aftermath Spartan. So this is a Plat 3 versus a Plat 1, I believe, Plat 2. Both pylons are going to go down. Probe going to go ahead on over here and see what's going on. Is there going to be a cannon rush on the way? Because this is going to be a very interesting game. Let me see if I can find Passion here. We'll follow Passion. Actually, no, we'll follow... We're going to follow Swagger. Gateway going down on both sides, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. So probably going to get picked off by this motion core. 2 Adepts on the way out. Warp Gate is on the way for Genesis here. Nexus is down. Nexus is down for both players. Looks like Spartan's just a little bit ahead. So we have a rowboat on the way out for Spartan. Not much is going on. Sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath a little bit. So it looks like these 2 probes or Adepts here are going to get sent out across the map. See what they can find. See what he can pick up on. Jason's knows this is a very similar build. It looks like somewhat similar, minus the Robo. Both players know exactly what's going on. Adepts are moving across the map. There's going to be 3 Adepts on the map. There's nothing here to defend except 1 Stalker. There's not even a Mothership core out here. Okay, so we got a Stalker and an Adept out now. They're going to push this back. Going to get to work on this Adept with these 3 Adepts. 1 Adept getting pretty low on health here as the probes are going to get pulled off the line. He's going to pick off 5 probes so far. Plus an Adept for his shovel. The Immortal is out. So Genesis needs to either face up into the main and see what's going on, or he needs to check out and see what exactly is going to happen in the what he's up against here. 2 more gateways coming down for Spartan. 3 gateways. The gateways, a Warp Prism is on the way. Stargate, so we are going to see that Sky Toss coming out of Genesis by the looks of it. These Adepts aren't sending their shades out anywhere. He's forgetting all about them. There we go. Nice cancel there. He should have taken these and sent them towards the natural. Like, so this Warp Prism is going to get sent out across the map here. It is going to take a look around and try and get some damage done. There is a Immortal, so there's no army really back home here to defend. There's only 1 Adept, but the Gateway Explosion has begun. He needs to realize this. He needs to catch this. He needs a Void Ray on the map. He needs a Phoenix on the map. Anything to take care of this Warp Prism while he defends back home. The Mothership Core is slightly out of position. This Warp Prism is going to come in here. It looks like he's heading directly to the main. There's going to be a huge warp in back home. Genesis probably realizes there's no army here. These 2 Adepts need to get so much work done if they're going to stay out here. But there's a warp in into the back of the main as he goes to work. 4 probes fall, 8 falling on the other side of the map. 7, 8 probes are going to fall on both sides. Only one Stalker in here to defend this. There's no Void Ray. There's no Void Ray. If he gets a Void Ray out here, this is shut down entirely. Motion Core needs to come back and defend this. I don't know what he's doing. Why is the Motion Core not here? The Void Ray is on the way out. Finally, he realizes that. But will this Stargate finish? Chrono Boost the Stargate. Get that Void Ray out. You need it out before this dies. Motion Core is still in that back here, like, defending this. He needs to come back here and defend. Quick look at our resources lost. Workers killed are in favor of Genesis right now. 14. 2 more probes have fallen, evening out the worker count slowly. There's the Motion Core finally coming into play as he's going to throw down these photon overcharges. It starts shelling away with these ping pong balls on top of these adepts. The adepts are trying to get out. There's another warp in the back. The Void Ray is about to pop. And there it is. The Void Ray is out. It's going to start shooing this away. Getting rid of this army. There is a third down, however. For economically, I like Spartan's position. But army-wise, Genesis has the home defender's advantage here. He needs to put this Void Ray to work. He needs to do something with this Void Ray. This is where F2 becomes your friend. He's moving back and forth, losing a lot of mining time. And from there, that's about all he's going to get done at the moment as they move into the next stage of this game. No third base down for Genesis. He felt the stress. He has it. He's not probing up. He's probing up now. 2 probes on the way. He needs to get that third down. He doesn't have the mineral fort right now, though, so this could be a little odd before he gets caught up economically. So this is where he needs to decide. Do I make a push here, try and get some damage done with that warp prism on the map? There's another big warp in the middle of the map. Stalkers are being warped in back home to help defend. Where's the Void Ray in all this? The Void Ray is missing. Okay, the Void Ray looks like he's on patrol over here to try and stop that warp prism from coming back in. So he needed to add in more Void Rays. He needed to add in more air to this to try and keep this back and keep him safe. This is a big push coming up, but the ramp, the choke on the ramp is huge. Don't pull the Stalkers back. You need to keep Stalkers in the Void Ray here. You actually can defend this with this amount of army. Guardian Shield being activated as he pushes on in. And I do believe this might actually just be GG as this Void Ray is going to get picked off eventually. There it goes. Photon Overcharge was activated, but that is about it. There's not much more here to defend. The worker economy is just too far behind for Genesis at this point. He's picking off another adept. He's got some results in the mix. He's got to worry about these adepts getting ready to shade up into the main. As they're going to get to work on what little bit of economy is left for Genesis. Focusing down the pros, focusing down Zealots in the front. So fighting on 2 fronts here is not going to be any good. He has no militia corps, so there is no militia corps to defend this. As 6 more Stalkers are going to get warped in. As Spartan knows, he is going to have this. He has this in the bag. This is his game. It's his game to lose at this point. The probes are getting pulled to deal with these adepts. As they just get this work zapping away. The militia corps is picked off, so this army is trapped here. Nice hold by Genesis, but at what cost? At what cost? 9 workers versus 44. He's got to realize that this game is about over. 23 workers have gone down in that last match. Or that last fight. There's no economy left. There's literally no economy. There's 9 workers left on the map against a 3-base Protoss. Fully saturated. 47 workers. 10 minutes in, he's got to be attacked. He's got to get damage done. The only thing Genesis has going for him is the +1 upgrades, but that's going to make it more micro-intensive for him. He's sitting back way too much again. Once again, we've had this discussion. He's just letting Toss get to 4 base. Letting Toss, he got to 3rd base easy. He's not going to contest his 4th base at all. One Stalker is going to get sent out on the map as he struggles to stay in this game. But anyway, back home for Spartan, the 3 Stargates are coming down. Looks like the transition to air is about to begin. Is there a... No, there's not one else. There's only a warp gate there, not morph though. Anyway, we get the Stalkers here. Stealth's back here to defend this 3rd. 4th is getting warped in. The Stalker's going to come up and look around, see what he can find, not get much done. Wasn't even on attack move. This attack move would just make it poke at something, get something out of it. A little bit of return value. But again, just a little bit of damage, Anyway, there's not much else going on the map. looks like Yellow Protoss is about to move back out on this map. Get over here and just look around a bit. You know, he's checking for make sure there's no army, no hidden expos as he comes off, sort of. Not gonna check this base right here, so he doesn't have to prepare. This Zealot's gonna get picked off. So Genesis knows where the army is at. He's warping in more stalkers to try and defend this. Is that all he's got? Is that all that's on the map? Is 7 stalkers? Yeah, 7 stalkers. That is it. Anyway, Yellow Protoss is moving around the map, trying to get a position. Looks like he's actually trying to fight up this ramp. He knows the upgrades are still in the favor of Genesis. I wonder if he's forgot about upgrades. Either way, the army supplies is heavily in favor as far at the moment. Genesis is warping in what he can while saving as much mineral as he can. He's not using the Stargate. The Stargate is not giving him any value except for that one Void Array that he had. Anyway, on the other side of the map, these Stargates are not doing much either, as Spartan's just going to make another push, realizing he has more army here. Force Field's being dropped to try and zone this army into a bit of a choke. Photon Overcharge being activated a little bit prematurely. He's not going to get anything out of the return values. That's wasted energy on that mothership core. These Stalkers are trying to get in position in case they have to rotate around to either side. He's warping in a few more Stalkers on top. Looks like he's going to try and fight from both sides. But again, there's just too much here, and he gave it the position way too early. He's got 1 Photon Overcharge, and he needs to use it. He needs to realize it's there. Before that mothership dies, he needs to use it. And he's not going to get it off. This is going to be pretty much it. He's warping it as much as he can, but again, it's just 5 base Protoss across the map. Going up against what little Stalkers are left, 10. They're dropping rapidly as well. Zealots are going to get walled off. Army getting walled off, so these Stalkers are going to blink down this ramp and try and clean this up. The upgrades are doing work here for Genesis, however. As he's going to pick off another Zealot for his trouble. And the Stalker count is back in favor of Genesis, but the worker count, however, is just not there. He has nothing, and the carriers are on the way. As soon as this carrier hits, that is going to be game. As soon as he sees that. Genesis being stubborn like he's just trying to stay in this game, but here's the problem. You have this many Blink Stalkers against air upgrades coming in, Mothership coming into play, and 3 carriers. The interceptors are being made, and as soon as those are done, he's going to move on that. He probably doesn't even need the Mothership here to win this. He could just come up with these carriers, bring his entire army over, A-click this army of Genesis, and walk right up this ramp and just end it. Again, there it is. I was wondering when it was going to come down, folks, so the Dark Shrine has been dropped. Because, you know, when behind Dark Shrine, there is absolutely no cannons anywhere on this map. The only thing you have for detection is an observer. And there's 1 observer with the army. Genesis taking a hidden expo. This game is actually turning into something that could be a little bit more entertaining to watch than just one side crushing the other. So, basically what he's going to try and do is expo sneakily over here in the corner. And he's going to proceed to use these Dark Templar. Oh, he's getting +2 upgrades. This is going to be huge if he gets the damage off. But again, it still comes down to this right here. That mothership with the carriers, there's nothing to stop this. And the mothership has arrived. It is time to see this army move across the map. The Golden Armada is here. The mass carriers have already been reached. The mass carriers are already on the map. We have 6 carriers against this many Stalkers. And he's just warping in back here in the depths to keep this army back and see exactly what he's up against. He doesn't know about the Dark Shrine, does he? No, he doesn't know about the Dark Shrine at all. So Genesis can actually use this as a launching point for this attack with these Dark Templar. And he's scouting around, trying to find why Genesis hasn't tapped out yet. He doesn't check it. Oh, he doesn't see it. He doesn't know it's there. Oh, he does know it's there. What? He knows it's there. That's huge. He knows it's there and didn't do anything about it. Alright, so the Dark Templar have arrived. Went behind Dark Shrine. There again, there are no cannons anywhere on the map. This could be a huge stepping point for Genesis to get back in. However, this army is going to move across this map and smash this expo. After we just sit here and wait for the end, there's not much more Genesis can really do. The mothership's here. He knows his expo is here. This is going to die as the Dark Templar, or where on the map are the Dark Templar? One going into the 3rd. It looks like the other one is in the main, already hacking down 3, 4 probes, 5 probes. And the attack is on over here at this expo. Genesis cannot come over to defend us. He has to stay home to defend what little he has left. And I feel he needed to take his third up here in the more natural, obvious position for the third, because to make it that much easier to defend. But he knows the Dark Shrine is on the map. He's 19 probes. 20 probes are going to drop. But as his army moves across, it's not going to be enough. There's just too much damage going out on both sides now. As this army is going to march right on in here. All these Stalkers are going to try and defend on two separate sides. There's +1 air upgrade for his +2 Blinked Stalkers. And he can't even do anything about the carriers directly. He has to fight the interceptors. And it's literally coming down to, if he holds here, it'll be a miracle if he holds here. Because these Dark Templar are doing so much work across the map. They're not really focusing any pros or economy, but he's going to get a Nexus here. And GG will be called, as back home, there's no army left to defend. It looks like round 1 is going through Psionic Aftermath with Spartan. As we load into the next game, I am going to turn off the mic. Alright guys, the next map is going to be Odyssey. It's going to be a TVP. There's a lawnmower outside, so if it gets to be too much of a problem, let me know and I will have to just follow the stream basically as much as I can. I won't be able to commentate whenever it's around, so I'm going to try and stay on top of that thing back there. Of all people, who cuts grass at 10 o'clock in the fucking night? I don't know. But anyway. Sorry, a little bit of salt coming out. I try to keep that aside. Spawning into the bottom right-hand corner of Odyssey is the yellow Protoss pieces, representing Psionic Aftermath. Coming off of 1-0 lead right now is Spartan. Because he's immediately sending out a probe across the map. I mean, there's nothing else here. He's making probes back home, but this probe immediately left with nothing on the map. Like, he's got nothing on, another pylon back home or anything. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Tyler is getting that supply depot up, checking around, seeing what's going on. You know, build that depot. There's nothing out here. It's just a nice depot day. So both players look kind of standard, except for this probe. This probe. Is there going to be a pylon? Is there going to be a proxy Stargate on this map? That would be huge if there's a proxy Stargate on this map. Anyway, hold on. Lawnmower. As we look here, there is a pylon and a gateway going down, double gas. This is looking like it's going to be a proxy Dark Shrine, proxy Stargate. Hell, even maybe a proxy Robo, as Tyler is going to wall off here. It looks like we're going to have a Reaper expand. Which means as soon as this SUV is done, we should see a command center drop, and the Reaper is started. Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on this probe. This probe seems very cheeky. There's the pylon going down. Cybernetic core is down, which means this is going to be a proxy Stargate, which is going to be absolutely devastating if he sees this. Like, if he scouts through this probe after the Stargate goes down and realizes it's been a fast expand, that's going to be it. That right there will probably be enough if Tyler doesn't spot this. To wall off, or if you can hear me, alright, there we go. He's continuing to wall off over here, which is going to be a big thing. So the biggest thing to notice about this is the positioning of the Stargate means there's no time for a factory to be done. Well, there will be. The factory will get done, but does he realize he's going to have to get a Widow Mine? He needs to scout around. If this Marine were to scout out and see that something is up, even if it's just a walk area, I'm pretty sure he can scout the edge of that pylon from his base. This probe, did we notice at this point that there is an expo down? No, he doesn't. He's not checking. There is going to be a mothership core heading out across the map. I try not to let this lawnmower get too much of a background audio, so again guys, if that gives me a problem, please let me know. Where are them titles at? Your titles are down here at the bottom, economy. I will with those tonight for this time around. Just nope, the score is here, as that's what I'm trying to use it for. It's a nice overlay for this. Anyway, this mothership core is looking like it's going to set up to push into the natural and start trying to pick off some SCVs here at them ping pong balls it likes to throw around. There are 2 probes across the map. I'm a little curious about why these probes are over here. And it looks like he is going to run in here and try to throw down some pylons. Two pylons have been picked off as a mothership core is going to come up. And not going to get much done here, but this Oracle on the other hand is like cleaning house with these SCVs. There are no SCVs mining in the main currently. The Widow Mine is going to burrow. And Tyler needs to bait this Oracle. He needs to put this Oracle or Widow Mine between the refinery here. Not really over his mineral line, but this is actually a big play because he's able to defend. He's also 7 SCVs. The worker count is in favor of Protoss, so Adept is going to come over. Look like he's going to try and poke up the ramp a little bit. Tyler actually not doing too bad. I kind of like his position. He's got a bunker down. He's got ways to defend this, but there is a probe here, and he's still trying to commit to this photon overcharge. Oh no! If he's Tyler's got to spot this. He needs to see this. Okay, the Marines have come down to try and clean this up. The depths did shade in. He's going to try and get to work on this first pylon, as another pylon is going to get thrown down. And there's a photon overcharge. That is going to be huge damage done to these Marines. He's going to have to back off here, try and defend this elsewhere. He's going to lose his natural. He needs to lift his natural and get it out of here. It's the only way he's going to keep that orbital. There you go. He realizes it now. He's going to get this out of here. The photon overcharges will die off. And that's a huge position for our Protoss player to be in, because that means Tyler is on one base. One base yet again. And he's going to get damage. He's going to see his drop bit get picked up. He's going to head out on the map. The Oracle saw it for sure. And now Tyler needs to realize there's nothing here. Everything left. He needs to take a Marine and poke out here and check this out. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, wow. Anyway, this drop is going to move across the map here and try and get as much damage done as he can. But is there enough back here to defend this? There is an Oracle back here within the depth. The other depth is back. The militia core is late. Oh, this would be big if he's dropped here and caught the militia core out like that. He's just flying this drop right in here like it doesn't even matter. Like, oh yeah, I'm here. I'm just going to park right here. He's cleaning all this up back home, but he needs to do something with this drop. Okay, he's boots in. He drops. Is stem done? The stem is on production. It is about to finish up. He's not getting any probes. He needs to get work damage done with these SC Marines. Alright, this is going to be over at this point. He needs to pick up and get out of here. He moved out against Phoenix to depth a little too early. There's a Phoenix on the map, but the Oracle's still on the map. So he needs to start dropping off these Marines to try and pick off this Oracle, or Phoenix basically. Also, he needs to realize that there is no Stargate. Tyler's going to be in a terrible position. If he leaves his Stargate sitting here, if that sits there any longer, he needs to catch on that those Phoenixes didn't come from the main. There is nothing here to say these Phoenixes came from the main. Anyway, Resonating Glaives is on the way. We've got one Marauder, 4 Marines in production. Needs to start getting these Widow Mines out to deal with these Phoenixes. Phoenix and the Oracle are going to come across the map. Not liking this Widow Mine position at all, but he is going to unload this meta back here. Try and stem out and catch some of these units, maybe? Oh, that'd be a good pickup. Oh, he needs to go. If he stems into this, he might actually win this. There's only 2 lifts here, but the Oracle can do a lot of damage. Oh, he's chasing too far out. Alright, the Revelation is being thrown down. This is a big army. Tyler actually has a very good position with this army. If he could just pick off something, pick off the militia corps. Anything here to get some damage done. He's picking off the depths left and right. As he's going to pick up every single one of these depths before the shade is done. Hey, Revelation is down, so he knows that this push is coming. There's enough of depths back home, but he lost a lot of army through that. The militia core, it did not get picked off. There is a stasis war going down here, and that is huge. He needs to trip that with 1 Marine. Oh, he's just going to stem into the back here and try to pick off some workers, but I feel that's a terrible position for him to get caught in. As the stasis war does not get activated. That was huge, it didn't get activated, but he's going to lose all this army either way. He gets 6 probes for all his army. That wasn't a great trade at all. As everything is just going to get picked off here, and he's rallying more army across the map. 5 Marines are going to have to go home. He F2'd that army. Again, Tyler, you need to... Oh, he's just going to call GG. I feel he tapped out way too early there, but... Alright, GG. Spartan up 2-0. I guess we're back. We are waiting on Tyler to pick map, or Economy to pick map. And Abyssal are out. We're still waiting on Economy here to pick map. Alright, so he wants Blood Boil. Blood Boil is a very interesting map to go with. Waiting for everybody to accept here. Lawnmower. Alert, alert, lawnmower. We'll be waiting on to accept. There we go. Apparently this game really wants me to play Spartan. Alright, so Economy or Economy is going to be the next one up. It'll be a ZVP on Blood Boil. Let's get this game started. I forgot to ready check that. Sorry, though, I'm pretty sure Economy's going to be ready either way. So next game is going to be a ZVP. This is always a fun matchup to watch because it could go late game, it could go early game. But so far, Spartan's been kind of a cheesy little toss player. So either way, this could wind up being an all kill from Spartan just out of straight one platinum player. This could be interesting to see. As we are going to start reaching into that Diamond and Masters area, it is going to be 2-0 in favor of Psionic Aftermath. Lawnmower's ready to come around. So spawning in the bottom right hand corner. Because they're spawning in the bottom right hand corner, representing Psionic Aftermath, currently up 2-0 for Psionic Aftermath this year, the Protoss pieces of Spartan. And spawning into the top left hand corner, representing the INGT with the teal Zerg pieces, is Economy from Insight Gaming. Alright, so let's see if Economy can bounce this back in favor of Insight, as it is 2-0 in favor of Psionic Aftermath. Off some very cheeky play from this Protoss. As they know, here we go again with the cheekiness. This Protoss is going to send out his probe, probably early scouting. He's going to throw down a gateway and a pylon down here at the natural or third. However you want to expand on this map, because it is a very weird map. Economy is going to expand back to the 20 workers and 1 gas. Safe expo for Zerg. Gas is going to be taken. This drone is going to wind up on top of this probe just to make sure it cannot do anything cheeky as it scouts around. So this is where I'm expecting player like psychology to start stepping in, because you do have a platinum player here versus a diamond player, which means there is a bit of a rank differential in terms of how this is going to be handled, because Economy is the diamond player representing INGT. Oh, and the pylon block going down here against this drone. And on the other side, we do have him just probing up. No gas being mined just yet. A natural has been thrown down, so we are going to see a wall off for Protoss here. Sorry, this lawnmower is getting annoying. I don't know who cuts grass at 10 o'clock at night. Anyway, there is a that is interesting to see a cybernetics core get thrown down across the map. There's actually 2 being thrown down. I'm guessing he's throwing it down more or less like an engineering bay block, because, you know, maybe the cancellation is going to be a little bit more in favor to cancel rather than let it finish. This is also a nice blocker for the 3rd, because he's just going to block everything. You can't really throw a hatchery down here. He has to throw it down forward if he is going to throw one down. He does notice it's here. Economy is going to get to work on this pylon. He probably knows by now that there isn't a cybernetics core warp gate is started, because if this cybernetics core is just now finishing, that means there's nothing back home for him to defend off with just one gateway and a cybernetics core, you know. So this is going to be a pylon block. He's going to wall off here with this adept. He's going to put this adept here so he just stands there, look all majestic and wizard-like. Cybernetics core is going to get picked off, so it's a bit of a mind game actually, because the economy is going to think, oh man, I just get a cybernetics core. That means there's no warp gate. That means there's nothing here to defend this back home, basically, off one gateway and a wall off. The moisture core is going to finish before these things get here. Medic bot boost is on the way with Roach Warren on the way. There is a spore crawler going down, a nice safety spore crawler. I actually like that because that is a bit of a habit I get into a lot myself. And lawnmower alert, lawnmower alert. So as we are just kind of keep our eyes on the map, Overlord is getting morphed in. Another hatchery. The 3rd is being taken, so he's trying to get ahead economically. These Overlords are being sent out to just kind of look around, make sure there's nothing cheeky going around on the map. These things are actually going to run down into the back of this base here. As we just follow them along here for a few minutes. As we look around, there's 7 drones on the way, so he is droning up. There is a robo on the way for Spartan here in a very wall-off position, which is nice. But these things are going to run on up in here, run into his mineral line, try and get some probes for their trouble. We have 2 probes going down. 5 probes so far. A huge pick-off for all the 6 lings, man. That was actually a very good trade-off for 6 lings for 6 workers. I'll take that trade every day. That's going to put economy ahead by 3 workers in the mineral line here, but there is a oracle, or was some adepts that got in. He's going to start picking off drones. There's not much else here to defend. He's going to have 12, 16 lings being morphed up to deal with this. Going to be kind of late coming out. Our Pro player does now know that there is a 3rd hatchery up, as these adepts are just going to shade on out of here. God, they look so majestic when they're on. Just hoofing it, man. Hoofing it across the map with their shield and their resonating glaive. As they just head on home. Anyways, we took like around 3 more queens are in production with 12 more lings. And as we do see here, a robo is starting up. A 2nd robotics facility is starting up. These things are trying to poke up at the front here. He might be able to pick off these 2 adepts. He does get a surround. But as we know, adepts can trade really well against lings. He gets both of them and a photon auto charge for his activation. That's actually a pretty good pickup for economy. As there's a lot of lings coming across the map. There is just so many lings. Take a look at the ling count. There's 28 lings on that this early in the game. He's good to swing around the back. He knows that this back door is open. This is such a weird map. Like, if he just kills these rocks, there's no way these lings ever get into this base. None. But anyway, there's no roaches on the way just yet. He built this roach ward and he has 39 drones against 42 workers, so the worker weight is in favor of Protoss on 2 bases. And as we see, these lings are going to run back into this base, start trying to pick off whatever they can get their hands on. 3 more probes are going down. And that's about all they're getting. They're trying to focus on the pylons. He's going to run up into the main, see what else is going down. He sees the robotics bay. And he's going to try and pick up a couple more probes over here. Make that 4. He does get 1 more, 2 more. That's gonna be about it. These probes are idle. That's actually even more indirect damage being done to Spartan here. So annoying. Like, this is why I really do not like it when it's dead or that shows back up. You know, at 10 o'clock at night, he's out there cutting grass on a weekend. People don't want that, man. People don't want you hearing that at lawnmower. Anyway, these looking roaches here get all beefy and man, look at them. Look how strong they look, man. It is all awesome looking. God, this map is so beautiful to look at, too. Just the snow on the buildings and everything like that. So as you're moving to the 8-minute mark of the game, Protoss is feeling he's kind of gotten pushed around a little too much. It looks like he's going to try and move on the map. Just to try and walk in here and get some damage done with these 4 Adepts, 2 Immortals. As we know, that could be a lot of damage. And there is a sentry here. So this is looking like a AI push. You know, you get the observers with the army here coming in. These 2 queens are out in the open. He needs us to do something with these queens. Save the queens! Save the queens! Oh, 2 queens just got picked off for free. Absolutely nothing. And 3 drones also have been picked off in the back of the map. He actually pulled the economy's army way out of position here. And this 2 more roaches are going to drop for nothing. As Protoss will push into his base, he's getting a lot of free damage. Oh, in the wall, but he gets a sentry. So there's not going to be any more force fields as the economy is going to pull his drones. He's pulling them down to a different location than the line as these Immortals are going to keep poking away at this hatchery. Burrow has started up. I like this. Burrow with 2 Ravagers. This is going to be fun. As you have it, Ari's just going to go on home. He's realized he's got a bit of a damage done. A lot of idle drones still sitting in the back. He needs to get these back to work. So he's finally getting on about it. Trying to keep track of the armies here as we look. The Warp Prism is moving out across the map. As it looks like he's heading into the main of the Zerg player. Actually, that's pretty big to pick up. He senses something's coming. Like, after that push, he looks like he realizes that something's there. Oh! And the Nidus network! This will be huge! Oh, this is going to be huge. This is a Warp Prism that's going to hit about the time it finishes. He doesn't see this. He does not see this. He doesn't know. Here comes the scary roar of the Nidus. That Warp Prism is just going to head on home. It got deflected so beautifully. But in the back of the 3rd, here it comes as the Nidus is unleashed. And probes are going to come in here and start ripping into this Nexus. And a recall right into that 3rd. He's going to say, he's going to try and back out. He's going to try and back out by the looks of it. Yeah, he's trying to back out as best as he can. But his army is just reacting to the fact that the army is being attacked right now. The AI is just getting him. He really didn't get any damage done, but he calls an indirect mining time. That's about it. That's all he about got out of it. Nidus from not getting much. He's just going to unload a Nidus. Had he like Nidus here, had he Nidus from like 3 different points, he could have pulled his army left, right, and center, and they would have been out of position for about a couple seconds at least because of that recall. Takes some time to get them relocated. Anyway, he knows he's up against Colossus, and the Spire has started. 1-1 is on the way for both sides with 2 more Colossi in production. And we have a pickup going on over here in the corner for, oh, there's another Nidus. He knows. That is beautiful. Where's his army? The army is so far out of position, but the recall is going to be huge here. He's unloading right into the mineral line. Once again, the probes have been pulled. But again, the recall, he's keeping the army back. This is a beautiful play by Economy. He just unloaded links. He's just sacrificing links at this point. That is huge. He doesn't need to unload anything else. He's done what he needed to do. And then now down here in the mineral lines, he's going to start picking away at these probes. He's not going to get any probes for his trouble. But what he's doing is he's buying time. Tunneling calls are coming out for the roaches. This is awesome. This is going to be a fun game to watch. We're going to see a lot of unburrow. We're going to see a lot of barrel movement. We're going to see... As soon as the Spire finishes, we're probably going to see Corruptors. I'm guessing Corruptors. Spire has finished. 1-1 is about to finish up. The upgrades are still in favor of Spartan with +1 attack. Another Nidus network. This time outside the main of the Protoss as he realizes 2 cannons are going to get warped in here. I like this. He's sending the Lings one way. The army is here at the gold. He needs to get this gold taken care of. If this gold sits here any longer, oh, it's a feint. This is beautiful. He knows. He's feigning it. He's tricking him into realizing that he's not going to get much done. Burrow is done. Tunneling calls is done. There are observers with this army. I would assume there's 3 observers. Economy looked like he's trying to set up the trap, trying to get into base somehow, some way. Another burrow back here. He's pulling the army back because he realized, yep, okay, he's going to realize now that the army is not going to fall for it. He's not going to take the bait. So he's looking to move across the map. He's actually tunneling across the map. He does have army back home to help defend. But on the other side of the map, the Nidus network is done. He got the recall. That was huge. He got a recall back to the 4th base of the Protoss player, buying himself even more time. But these roaches are not getting anything for their work troubles. All that work trudging across the map, and they're just going to get picked off like it was roach meat on sale at Walmart today. These zealots over here. It's poor zealot. He's a naturalist, man. He's just watching. Alright, so here we go. Corruptors are on the way with +1 ranged attack or +2 ranged attack. 15 more roaches. Another warp prism is being made. I'm not sure where he lost that. Not sure where he lost that warp prism at, but I'm not gonna worry about it. He's gonna use another one. Always need warp prism. He's gonna try and reinforce this army. Economy is starting to realize he's in trouble. This is a huge army coming out. He's got stalkers in the mix. This many colossi. And this is turning into a 13. This is going long game, folks. He's going to get this base, knocking economy back down to 3 base. The recall back home as he realizes that he needs to get this down. He picks off 1 colossi. That is actually pretty good. He picks off 13 probes. 8 drones have died though. And he picks off a colossi for sure. That actually cuts the colossi count down. Look into production. 5 corruptors are on the way. He needs to start +1 his air as well here, because if he doesn't start +1 air, he's not going to have the firepower or the DPS required to actually knock this down before the stalkers have to chew it up if he gets focus fired out. Nidus Network going right back down in the same position as... It's just everywhere. The Nidus are going down everywhere. This is crazy play right now. Another Nidus Network about to finish up as 20 probes have been killed. He's keeping his army in so many different places at one time while he builds that army that he's going to need to kill this. Oh, he got the recall again. This is big. He needs to get another base up. Economy needs another base. He needs to get economy back on the map. He's running out of places to Nidus because all these cannons are just coming in here, shutting everything down, you know, just blocking things off. But the best part is economy knows where this army is at, but he needs to catch up in army supply. There we go. Starting to even back out. 140 to 111 army supply. Economy actually ahead in workers with 66 drones. He's actually supply capped. Needs some overlords, but he has so many corruptors out here. Taking a look at the upgrades, he only has 1-1. I guess thermal lance and 1-1 for Protoss as well. But these corruptors are going to do a lot of damage against this army. So he's going to be a roach corruptor for a second. I feel like he's going to use some more ravagers in this mix, honestly. If he gets a few more ravagers, he's going to be able to just pick this army apart with Bile and everything else. But what he really needs in this fight is to catch an army like this out in the open, but not lose any corruptors. He gets the warp prism. He needs to get to work on these colossi with these corruptors. He's just not getting the trades. This is too big. The concave is too big now for Protoss. He got as many stalkers as he could as he tries to pick apart these colossi. 2 have fallen so far. As you take a look at the units lost tab or units tab here, he's down to 5 corruptors. The +1 finish, actually 2-2 is on the way for Zerg, or Protoss here. As once again his army is just going to keep marching on forward. There's not much here left to stop this, but if he does, Spartan takes a 3-0 lead just like that. And just like that, it is now 3-0 in favor of Psionic Aftermath. This is actually pretty crazy right now because this is not looking the way this should be played in any respects at all. This one Platinum is just destroying Insight Gaming right now. So I'm trying to decide who our next player is going to be. Is it going to be either Darkside or Stim? Let me see if Stim is here. Stim, you alive? I won't say no to Stim to play. But I don't think we're going to get it. Yep, AFK as well. Alright guys, we are finally getting this game underway. I apologize for the interruption there. It's been a rough night tonight for stream. But other than that, it will be a TVP once again. We saw how this ended up last time with Spartan versus Tyler. It is currently 3-0 in the series in this best of 5 / all kill. It looks like Spartan might actually all kill unless he's like, I don't want to say smurfing, but he's playing really, really well right now. So as we load in, it is currently 3-0 in favor of Psionic Aftermath. Spawning in the green Protoss pieces in sequence of LE, representing Psionic Aftermath after all, is Spartan. Once again, up to his cheekiness with this probe. Sending it out across the map. As we see Darkside, you immediately get to work on this wall off. So he's going to come up here and throw down the pylon right up here in this corner. Or right over here in this corner. As we will see what's going to happen here. Pylon back home being thrown down. Another depot is finishing up. Barracks should be on the way. No gas just yet. Looks like we have another Expo coming down. Another Fast Reaper expansion for our Terran player. Who is Insight's Gaming Red Pro Terran pieces. The dark side. I apologize. I think I missed that introduction. Looking to try and bring this series together here, you know, get us Insight Gaming a win on the board. As Darkside is scouting, I like this. He is SCV scouting the map right now. That is huge because no one else has done this yet. If he catches this, this is going to be big. This is going to be trouble for Spartan as he realizes, like, this has been the series all game. Like, this is how the series has been going. Spartan throws out a proxy pylon, throws out that proxy Stargate, cheeses, you know. As we will see this SCV come up in here, Steve is going to get up on in here and see what he can find around the map. As you will see a Cybernetics core going down pretty late. Guess my alerts are not on top where they should be. There we go, that'll take care of that. Thank you for the follow, whoever that was. I greatly appreciate it. I will check that in a second. Twitch alerts up here. Alright, there we go. Let's check what we got here. Recent activity. Looks like Still a Fox just followed 2 minutes ago. Greatly appreciate it, Still a Fox. Neat name, by the way. I really like that. Alright, so Militia Corps is on the way. Pylon has been spotted, I do believe. The SCV, I do believe, has spotted Pylon. Yes, it has. He knows it's there, which means this should not continue as far as proxies go. Oh, this is big. This is going to be interesting. We have Proxy Factory. It gets Proxy Pylon on the map. Looks like there isn't anything else anywhere on the map for our Protoss player. The Stargate is back home. So this means that Oracle, when it pops, cannot immediately get into the mineral line or get into the base of our Terran player. A bunker being thrown down. I wonder if Darkside still feels it's the same build he's up against. It's SCV once again. Did he see the Expo? He didn't see the Expo. He's going to assume it's there because 2 probes did go down there to start mining. He does see this Stargate. He lifted the factory. I figured he's going to fly it in right here once he realized he couldn't. But a Widow Mine has started. I imagine he's going to try and walk this in here and burrow it before anything happens. And Militia Corps is out. He's bunkered down. He needs to start his Expo. He's starting +1, but he needs to start an Expo with this too. He looks like he's going for a big starport push with the Widow Mine. He's already got the Widow Mines in position, basically. So over here, he's got the natural down. It's going to be a 2-base economy versus 1 base. This Reaper is actually coming over here. This is actually pretty cute. You get the Militia Corps over here to protect his pylon. That's actually pretty funny because that enables Spartan to have a area to attack from. Once again, to launch attacks from. He has a rally, basically. What am I going to move on out? It is going to get spotted. Probes are immediately being pulled. The micro back. Oh, but the Oracle! The Oracle! Oh my god, what a pick-off from that Oracle. But this rally from Spartan just loses the Oracle to a Widow Mine just like that. And another Widow Mine has been made by the Darkside. Darkside off to a great start here as he's reversed to cheese. He's reversed to cheeky. He's He's going to walk this one up. He needs to barrel it. He needs to get it down. Oh, he's going to get it down. That's beautiful. Widow9 is going to fire and pick off an Adept. Off to a great start. This probe down here might actually get picked off by this Widow9. He's going to barrel this Widow9 here in the main. Another Widow9 has been picked off. What do we got here? Tyler SC2, thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow. Anyway, as we get back to the game here, Widow9 in the main has been picked off. Is that going to get too much more done? The Observer is in place to pick off this nice Widow9 here, as it is going to get unbarrowed and moved. He barrows it, trying to pick off this Adept once again. Nice pick off with it again. Stim is on the way. A medevac is on the way, so he is going to follow this up with a drop, and the Expo is out. This is huge, actually. He's denied mining in the natural of Spartan. Spartan, actually, I think he's kind of feeling it. Like, he does have an Immortal out, so he's going to pick this off, and he might just go for a push across the map. Mothership Core has come home. The pylon back here is unprotected now. Factory just going to get lifted up and headed on home here. There is a drop down for the dark side in a pretty interesting position. You got to come up this ramp. The Immortal is missing. Where did the Immortal go? Let's find out. The Immortal is up in the main with a Phoenix. Looks like he's going into more of a Stalker Phoenix style with some Bravo units. Pretty much what we saw against Economy. As the dark side not getting much done with this drop. Factory just heading on home. Looks like he's trying to macro it back home. Missile turret going down. Another Oracle is on the map. Where's the Oracle? Oh, Oracle's with the army. Okay, so he knows his Oracle is here. You know, this drop isn't going to get much done either. He's going to throw a poke back the other way. Stasis Ward going down. Trying to, like, kind of wall off this area, you know, trap some units. He's moving over here towards the third. There is no Observer at this army, actually. Oh, okay, there it is. The Observer is here now. So they're hiding inside the Mothership Core there. Factory's still floating on home. Take a look at the worker count. It is still in favor of Spartan. The army supply, however, is in favor of Darkside, as we see the trade-off there going on. You know, less economy generally means more, or more workers means less army. But army supply, just like that, has swapped in favor of the Spartan back home, as he is getting another Immortal out. He has an Immortal and a Depth Pressure coming out with his Warp Prism. It follows across the map. He is keeping army back home. He's going to play defensively while trying to get as much damage as he can done. This drop is still on the map. Looks like he's out here to try and intercept any army he can. The Oracle, however, is going to head towards the third of Dark Side. And see, there is no third base. But he is going to fly in and try and get what he can done. He's going to pick off one SCV for his shovels. Two SCVs. A missile turret here to shoo this away. As he's going to get to work on the refinery. I feel that was an overreaction to pull the SCVs off the minerals there. As we see, the Oracle is going to get picked off by 4 Marines. A bit of a misrally once again. Looks like he's trying to F2 that. This army back home is going to pick up. Oh, and a nice pick off on the Warp Prism. As 5 SCVs are going to go down, but there's no way to reinforce his fight. This Immortal is trapped, and now it is dead. And just like that, army supply back in favor of Darkside. He is getting a drop down over here on the third. He's trying to pick off some pylons, trying to get what he can. As in, 1 Mirage is going to get picked up, 2 Mirages are going to get picked off. This medevac going to boost on out of here. Phoenixes are not going to chase, they're just going to sit back home. Spartan realizing he's kind of in a different predicament. The reverse cheese has hit. He's getting Cyclones back home. The tank is out to help push this away. But worker count, again, 45 to 27. Darkside getting his third. He scans. See, the army is still back home to natural. Warp Prism, a new one has been made with the army for that reinforcement later. This is one map the Liberator could do a lot of work from right here. You put a Liberator behind this third base, it could get so much drone or so many probes picked off, so many workers. And yet again, army supply is swinging back in favor of Spartan. We see this time and time again where, you know, Terran is going to try and make a push. The push is on the way. As the army is back here, there is a Stasis Ward, but this is a scary push from our Terran player. 2 tanks in the mix. We got medevacs in the mix. Going to pick off a probe. However, that probe does send a signal. Hey, there's an army on the way. There's an army on the way. Oh no, there's an army on the way. But this army is just sitting here, not really moving, waiting for his army to catch up. The Phoenixes are here. This is going to be big because there's an observer out on the map. He's going to know where his army goes at this point. But the Phoenixes here are going to do work because they're going to get on top of this army, pick up the tanks, pick up whatever they can to slow down the DPS, pick up the cycle, pick up the tank. It's going to come down to the Marines to pick this off. There is one immortal in this army? No, there is not even an immortal in this army. This is big. There is no immortal. There's no Big Daddy immortal here to pick this off. But there are a lot of Phoenixes in the map. Oh, but the stasis one is going to trap half of Spartan's army. And this is not a good day to be a Marine, folks. As the Blink is going to come forward, he's going to pick up this tank. There's his army here to keep fighting this, but the medevacs are going to get picked off. Army's just getting picked up left, right, and center. And that was huge. This army is still trapped, but what he can do is this army is push in with it. Try and get some damage done. As soon as this is done, looks like he is going to pull it back the other way. He's scaring Terran home. Terran needs to stop rallying. He has to stop rallying army right now. He's just losing units at this point. He's going to chase down this army with this other pack of ball here. He's going to get what he can done. Oh, that's a lot of damage going out. He got a lot picked up for this as he sandwiches this Protoss army in between what little Terran was left and this little Marine ball. As he finally realizes he has to go home. He can't keep this push going. Phoenixes are just going to head across the map with this warp prism. Looks like he's going to make the push happen right now. As there's only how many Marines here? There's only 13 Marines in a medevac to defend this. The Liberator wasn't even with this army. He's not even going to get anything out of it. He's just going to get picked off by these Phoenixes. Actually, it'd be pretty big if he stemmed up underneath there. This is Liberator in the mix. But the warp bin, he didn't catch that. So the warp bin is coming down. We're going to have siege this tank, siege up. This is a bad tank position. The tank needs to be back more. But we don't know that, or he doesn't know that. We can see it, however. As the push is going to come in here, the tank is just going to get lifted up. There's a lot of bio here. Not going to get much done, as the Phoenix is just going to lift everything up. And this is going to be it. This is going to be GG. Darkseid is about to call GG. There it is. And he is going to tap out, just like that. That Stasis War did so much for Protoss. That is a scary push for Terran. As we're going to go up 4-0, I feel there is something we need to see about this Platinum player. Spartan playing really, really well here. Oh yeah, he was a diamond back in the day, so that explains a lot. Anyway, guys, this Platinum player has done 4-0 right now and is going to force out our Masters player, which is going to be Blues. And it's going to be up to Blues to bring this back to the LOA. Let's get Darkseid out of the party. And while we get the next map set up, I will be back while we wait. Alright guys, we're loading into our last game of the night probably. That'd be crazy if it's an all kill from Spartan against a Masters player. This is where things are going to get absolutely insane. So, as we are getting into this game, it will be a TVP on Proxima Station. Currently up 4-0 in the series is Spartan with Psionic Aftermath. This is a best of 9 / all kill, which means we have all 5 people to play. Alright, spawning into the top right hand corner of Proxima Station is the yellow Protoss player with the yellow Protoss pieces, currently up 4-0 in the series. Oh, it's shift 4. Shift 4, there we go. Okay, so 4-0 is the player of Spartan with yellow Protoss pieces for Psionic Aftermath. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, I don't know much about Blues, so I can't really say what he will do and how he will play this. Is the red Terran pieces of Blues from Insight Gaming, trying to at least get one on the board for his Insight. It's Masters versus Platinum, people. Let's see how this goes down. And already, we see the probe going out on the map. This has been a trend all series long, and we really just, as Insight Gaming needs to see, this has been a trend. They need to pick up on this. So as Blues goes and throws down his wall off, this probe is going to come on in here and take a look around. The second SCV is going to go out on the A click probably. Nope, he's just going to go right on through. He's going to get to work trying to pick off this SCV. SCV being pulled to help deal with this, as we do see him just kind of attacking the barracks, not really controlling that probe any. He pulled another SCV. He's still trying to get whatever he can. He done. Drill beats machine, by the way. There should be a pylon block going down in the back here, by the looks of it. See, there's no natural on the way just yet. But it will be a Reaper expand into an orbital command center right away before the CC goes down. So this is going to open up the door for Blues to have more of an economic opening. This SUV getting in here is seeing a lot, seeing that there is a wall off at the forward expo. Seeing there is 2 gas, which means there will probably be a cheeky on the way. Oh, that was cute. That's pretty, you know, hey, get out of my base. Or stay here, because that was actually crazy how that happened. He blocked a pathing, which caused that probe to have to go the other way, just in time for this Reaper to pop out. This Reaper is going to go and chase down this probe, get the kill. And are we seeing... Yeah, are we seeing Spartan play a little safer this time around? As we reach into the Masters, this Reaper is going to scout everywhere. He is going to make sure there is nothing on this map near his base. Again, we saw Darkseid do the same thing, but where Darkseid messed up on it was he lost to literally just a stasis ward, and he didn't bring his army back home to just ball it back home before he made another fight happen. But this Reaper, just scouting around the base, he realizes there's nothing here, so it will be out a little late, but the Zealot has popped out to defend the wall here. So here's the thing, there's no other way for this Reaper to get in. It's kind of a big deal considering this Zealot, he has to bait the Zealot out. Zealot looks like it is on hold command as the Adept will pop out to be able to defend against this Reaper. I love what he's looking to get done with this Reaper, honestly, because this is going to come in here, realize he can't get in. He's going to try and poke at this Zealot, knock it out of the way. Which he does. Oh, that's actually open. If he can run that Reaper right by, I do believe now. Mothership Core is out now to help defend this. Not much else going to get done here, but on the other side of the map, we see a starport on the way. We see a Widow Mine on the way. Looks like we will be seeing that Widow Mine drop. One of my personal favorites against Protoss. As an Adept and a Zealot really aren't going to push this away at all. Warpgate is on the way, but he's just playing more of a macro game. Trying to pull out this Mothership Core a little bit. What would be huge here is if Blues can actually pick up a Photon Overcharge anywhere. The Spartan being extremely patient with it. That was a good play right there. He's going to have enough for 2 by the time this Warp Prism or Widow Mine drop gets across the map. We see 4 Marines and a Widow Mine out. As we are going to see 2 more barracks get thrown down. with a reactor. The drop is on the way. And this Reaper is still over here just trying to see what he can get done. 3 Adepts are going to come out across the map. He will catch his drop. Alright, so this is a big deal. He's going to have to warp in more army back home. He's actually... Oh, okay. Blues is actually going to come back and defend this drop. Or this push. I think he's a little overreacting a little bit too much here. But no, this is the right call. He's still producing army back here. He's still building structures. He's going to drop off these little mines. The Adepts are going to go home because he realizes he's not going to get in this base. He's not going to get in here. As he's finally going to pick up these again. He's going to siege up this Widow Mine right at the front. It's double marine production on the way now. His 3 Adepts are going to go on up. Try and get what they can done. Throw the phase up here. I wonder if he's going to let this finish. He might let this finish. Yes, it did finish, which means that Widow Mine will pick up on one of these Adepts. So you have to bring them back as the drop is going to make its way in towards the main. Looks like it is going to drop right back here. These Widow Mine's Marines are going to unload, try to get whatever they can done. 2 more Marines are going to pop out. There's not much else going on anywhere on this map. So, as we see the engineering bay coming down, it's a little late. I feel it needs to go down around 4 minutes, but that's not me. That's his style. Alright, the pull does happen. So he doesn't unload the Widow Mine so yet. That was actually pretty good. We are going to see the Forge finishing up. And the Stargate coming out. So we are going to see Phoenix Adept. Once again, he realizes there's no Expo in the back. So he realizes there's only 2 bays. Sentry's going to get to work trying to pick that off. But there's not much army here to defend this. If he were to unload this and micro these Marines in that one mine. Oh, the Observer is out. Okay, the Observer is out. So this Widow Mine is not going to get another shot off. It's just going to die. He realizes this drop really isn't going to get much done. But this Reaper could have poked at the front. Pull his attention the other way. Which it does. The Adept and the Stalker are going to chase this off. Or chase it off. There's an SCV sitting out on the map. Chilling with some mineral rock. I wonder if he's going to throw down a cheeky expo. There is a third CC on the way. Both players just kind of trying to play that macro game. So it's going to be a longer game. Two medevacs have been produced. Not much else going on. There is an armory on the way. +1 on the way with combat shield and stim in production at the same time. Looks like he's going to have a big push come out here. As it's going to be +1 with combat shields and stim. A very strong push indeed. He's just trying to get rid of this drop. This drop is actually just buying a lot of time over here for Blues. Spartan just kind of being stuck back home. He is going to get his 3rd Nexus up on the way. The double gas being thrown down in the back. And here comes the push we were talking about. There's a lot of Marines with this push. The probe sees it. The scouting probe is going to see that. Widow Mine is going to get barreled, and I think Blues is just going to realize that, PP.
Game paused.
As the game's been paused, we're going to see what is going on here. Spartan not paying attention. Alright, game on. Looked like we had a bit of a hotkey issue there. Marauder key wasn't set, so he wasn't building any Marauders. Kind of a silly thing to have happen when you're just building a bunch of Marines. Kind of a tell though, since I am building those Marauders, I will be building them. And it looks like the Widow Mine is going to get picked up. I'm not sure if he got anything for it. Looks like 8 workers have been killed, so that's actually pretty big. This PsiX is going to shoot away this drop. He needs to unload as fast as he can. Get his whatever damage he can done here. Alright, so he going to barrel this Reaper, or mine. Reaper looks like he's going to head straight on up into the main here. Try to. It's going to get picked off. Oh, if he gets a Phoenix for his trouble, that would be huge. Oh, and a nice hit with the Stalker. Man, that Widow Mine had a beeline on that Stalker, man. He's like, I got you. You're down. Oh, this SUV is still sitting up here just chilling. I wonder if he knows that's there. Anyway, we do see the Terran Bio Ball starting to build up, but is getting towards that 10-minute mark. Colossi are on the way, PsiX is on the way, and Thermal Lance has just started up. However, there's +2 attack, +1 armor on the way for our Terran player, with the Ghost Academy in production. So the EMPs are going to be huge on this Protoss army. He's going to knock out shields, knock out energy. Everything he can get from these ghosts against this army is going to be big. That means a shieldless toss is a dead toss. But as we look on the other side of the map, things are all... There they go. The cheeky CC is finally going down. The Hidden Expo. He's trying to get what he can. And there's going to be a lot of drop play coming out. This is huge as the Marine balls start to move around the map. The Bio army just looking around, trying to figure out what they can get a hold of. This probe is going to see this Expo. Oh, and there it is. He knows that Expo is there. Great scout by that probe. As a drop is going to come into the main, he's going to boost right in on top of his mineral line and unload, try and get as many workers as he can, rather than pick off any pylons or any kind of tech. He's just trying to get a Nexus for his trouble. He's not focus firing anything here. Realize he's going to have to pick up and try to boost on out of here. Bringing that hallucinated Phoenix back was actually pretty clever, because it looks like there's more Phoenixes here than there actually are. But if he unloads, he can start to pick these off. So he loads that Bio Ball. He is going to float this CC back. Looks like he's going to land it here for his 4th base. No 4th base down yet, just yet for Protoss. All the probes are going to sit back to the main and start mining yet again. We're getting into that 10-minute mark where mineral lines are going to start to mine out. As you see a lot of idle workers, and I think... Yep, here he comes. Okay, so Protoss is going to push on the map. There are no Vikings in play. There's only 2 Vikings in production, with 2 Liberators. So this is actually an army that could deal with this. There is another drop coming back into his mineral line. He's trying to pull the army back the other way as much as he can. A lot of probes are going to get picked off here. 7, 8 probes, and the recall has happened into the natural. 12 workers have been killed in favor of our Terran player as the drop continues, and the Nexus is starting to get low. This drop is going to get picked off, so both drops are going to get pushed away. There's still 1 medevac left in the back over here. And once again, 12 more workers have been killed, which is starting to put the favor of blues here. As units are getting picked off, workers are getting picked off. As a Marauder chilling out here for scouting info, and he's got an SCV chilling out here, I guess trying to keep vision on the map. These Phoenixes are going to go flying here and just get picked off for free. Unless they're hallucinated Phoenixes, that's the only thing I can figure. Yeah, he just lost all his Phoenixes. That's actually pretty big. There's no lifts for this army. This might be it. This might actually, as he throws out another command center, this might just be it. Like, Blues can honestly probably take this fight so easily now. It's not even going to be funny. Looking at the upgrades, there's no upgrades for Protoss. This is a 2-1 Bio army against a upgradeless Protoss in general. As we get back to the production, we see more Colossi are on the way, Phoenixes are out, and I think this is pretty much just going to be it. He can knock down these rocks, march on here, but a recall has been done. He's keeping his army back. Sooner or later, he's just going to have to push, because that's all it's going to be. He's going to push for 3-2 by the looks of it, +3 attack on the way. There's a drop over here. There's 4 Marines left. As he's just keeping the Protoss army back on the map, he's going to get this big ball, this big Terran ball, the OP Terran ball is going to come out, and he's just going to march us in here. EMP everything as he realizes there's no storms. I think he's called all now. There's no storms. Oh, but these Stalkers are caught way out of place as 3 Stalkers are going to get picked off. The Mothership Core is going to get picked off. The Forces are going to go down and shoot us away, and this changes things up a bit. Protoss realizes he's in trouble. Oh, shit. Okay, there we go. I just realized I was trying to control group something, I guess. Put that score up early. My bad, my bad. Anyway, but this is going to be either way. It's going to be 4-1 here. Blues is going to pick up the first win as he's going to take on Axis next. And he's cut off the Protoss army, and he's just going to march right in here and kill off this army. And GG will be called here shortly. As the Ghost EMPs are coming down, this Protoss ball is getting destroyed left, right, and center. And that's going to be it. He can just push right in, and GG will be called. As we see Insight Gaming taking their first win of the series, making it 4-1. Alright guys, we are loading into our next match. It is going to be on IRE, and it will be the first... Oh, it's going to be a TVZ actually. I was going to say it would be a TVT. But the series is 4-1 right now. In favor of Psionic Aftermath. And yeah, believe it or not, one Platinum player has pushed Inside Gaming tonight all the way to the Masters player. Anyway, so spawning into the bottom right hand corner. Oh, let's see here. Alright, so the score is 4-1. On match point right now for Psionic Aftermath, representing Psionic Aftermath with the blue Zerg pieces, is indeed Axis. And in the top left hand corner of IRE, we have the red Terran pieces of Inside Gaming. It is Blues. Blues put on a clink in that last match and just playing straight up macro against a Protoss player. Protoss player really didn't get anything done. We are seeing a double extractor trick come out here for Axis. And everything else is looking pretty standard so far. Take a look around the IRE a little bit, because I think there's like a treasure chest or something up here, like a weird temple thing. Oh, that's pretty cool. They changed it to it's like a StarCraft 2 logo. Some crazy looking map. There's actually like a temple over here somewhere to like Tassadar. Looks like a Tassadar or like a broken Tassadar statue or Zolet statue. One of the two. Anyway, on the other side of the map, we will see the pilot or barracks coming down. Get used to saying pylon for Spartan. On the other side, we do see the Fast Expo. Looks like we got a hatch gas pool opening into a Reaper opening as usual. Pretty standard stuff coming out for everybody. The cheese seems to have kind of gone out the window now. So other than that, there's not much else going on. Hatch gas pool. You know, it's just standard openings all around. The Reaper is on the way out and the orbital has started up. I actually like this opening for Blues. It gets you your orbital immediately after it's done. You just make SCVs while your barracks is building and you can start your orbital up right after that. I see a lot of players go like immediately into their natural expansion. And a second barracks is being added on. I wonder if we... Oh, no, okay, this might be 2 racks Reaper coming out as the first Reaper is done. And we will see a reactor being thrown down on this barracks. So this might actually just be a stim drop. There's only one gas out, however. The wall-off will happen at the top of the ramp and on the other side of the map. Overlord is going to float on in here, trying to see what he can see, slowly crawling across the map. As this Reaper will come up the ramp, come in here and see that there is indeed a hatchery down. He's going to jump on up in here. See the spawning pool, you know, wiggle in there and things are getting to work. He's picked off 1 drone so far. The queens aren't out yet, but there will be lings out to kind of push this away. As we will see this Reaper get tucked in there and slowly not get picked off, hopefully. He's picked up 3 drones so far. And these lings in place to try and pick him off. He's going to go to right to microing this Reaper to keep it alive. As we know, Reapers do heal out of combat. On the other side of the map, there is a bunker going down. 3 drones have been picked off. That's actually a pretty big pickup so far for our Terran player known as Blues. Looks like he's going to come down here and start getting ready to block this 3rd base if it goes down. Anyway, on the other side of the map, again, it just looks like we do have that stim drop timing coming out. There is no stim on the way just yet. A starport on the way where the reactor is started up. Getting to work on these rocks. You know, just killing off these rocks. For people that don't know why these rocks are here, these are actually here to block like spine crawlers being thrown down, you know, 3 pylons being thrown down. Even the Terran throw down 3 depots outside your ramp just to keep you trapped in your main for so long. Looks like it is cool for that wall off. This is actually a wall off I like to use. You put a bunker down, covers your ramp, covers your mineral line, and you just wall off with depots right at the line here. So we do see our reactor going down as Stim has started up. The first medevac is on the way. Looks like the Reaper has finally been picked off. But not, yeah, it looks like he's been picked off. Not for scouting information, I'm sure. As he knows there's a lot of lings out on the map. Both players is playing that macro game. Getting the economy online, getting things rolling. Another mule being called down over here. Again, not much going on over here. Just get some lings on the map. Not much else. A Baneling nest is on the way, however. About halfway done, looks like we will try to see that Baneling bust happen. I don't think Blues knows about this at all, actually. Yeah, he does not know it's there. But the first medevacs are on the way, as we will see this stim drop happen. Stim should finish up about the timing, about the moment this drop hits. To see if he splits this drop up or not, he is actually dodging the Overlord. This is actually pretty good. He doesn't even know this RE is here. Like, he doesn't even know what's there. He just knows there's a wall off with a third base maybe coming down. But this stim drop is on the way. He doesn't see the thirds, of course. There we go. Third hatch is down. The baling nest has finished up. As we see on production, just drones and a hatchery and gas on the way. This drop is designed to do one of two things. A, keep the army back on this side of the map, clean up creep, and get as much damage as they can. It's not necessarily to win the game. Drop is coming down. Marines are going to come in here and start trying to pick off this queen. The banelings, however, are on creep. There is no baneling speed, but these will still be some pretty quick banelings. We have to see how well he is going to split here. Or if he's just going to pick it on up and get on out of here, which he will lose only one Marine. He does see the third base at this point, so he is going to drop in the back here. Oh, he doesn't even know the drop unloaded there. That's actually pretty crazy as far as vision goes. 1-1 is on the way with combat shields, and a Hydralisk den, or lair, is on the way. Hatchery is down. Another drop is on the way, and I wonder if he's just going to wait for his hatchery to finish so there's no risk of it being cancelled. Which is actually pretty good because knowing that you just kill off a drone, it's like 350 mineral loss. Okay, so it does finish up. He does see the drop finally. These Marines are going to get shrouded. That before he loses at least 2 more Marines. And he's just going to drop down here. He's going to hit from 2 different angles in this attack. This drop is going into the main, and there are Widow Mines to deal with it. Or any pesky lings jumping on top of this. Is he just going to continue to have production? He started his armory, which means he's going to be able to jump right into 2-2 as soon as the first upgrades are done. Spire is on the way with centrifugal hooks for the Zerg player. Looks like he's just going to drop right into the mineral line here of this Zerg player. The Widow Mines are going to burrow. No drones being pulled. He's just getting hit left, right, and center. Drop has unloaded once again. He's just going to push right into this third as the army comes running in here to deal with this drop in the main of the Zerg player. Leaving the Widow Mines, he might try to pick up as soon as he picks up. He's picked off 13 workers so far. He's just going to unload again here. Keep trying to pick on these drones while the 30 base is picked off. He's going to keep stimming right on forward. I want you to drop the skin, start picking up creatures. There is bailings on the way, and hooks are about to finish. 16 more links in production. Is Spire. He knows the Spire is here, and it is not done yet. Checking on these Widow Mines, make sure they're about ready to fire off. 8 more drones have been picked off, actually. This is really starting to turn into a I'm here, I'm going to hit you as hard as I can type of fight. There is no upgrades for Zerg, by the way, folks. No upgrades at all for Zerg. +2 attack is on the way with the claws. Drilling claws on the way. As a push will come in here, it's going to start to walk right up this ramp. As Blues is going to make a huge push here against his Zerg. He's going to come down to the splits, but he does have the Widow Mines in the mix to deal with this. Third base is actually on the way again for Zerg player. But right now the fight is here. This is what you want to watch. Huge detonations with those Widow Mines, and that might just be it as he marches right up forward, unsieging those Widow Mines immediately. Walking in here, picking off Queen, picking off another Queen, and the drones are called, and GG will be called. And just like that, Insight Gaming not getting swept out of the series just yet, as it is 4-2 now. With match point still being set on here from Psionic Aftermath. As we return to Ascension to Ire once again, we will have a TVZ between Blues and PsiX Aftermath's Gaming, or PsiX Aftermath's Ming. Blues has bounced the series back to a 4-2 and just a great macro play style. You know, get the pressure out and use macroed up behind it, and that's all I did. Speaking of the devil, spawning into the bottom right hand corner of Ascension to Ire is Insights Gaming Blues. Spawning into the top left hand corner of Ascension to Ire, playing with the red Zerg pieces on match point yet again versus Blues is Ming from Psionic Aftermath. Just notice the logo, that's a pretty cool logo. Again, with the double extractor trick being thrown down. Okay, this is going to be about the same standard opening. Gas is on the way. So this is going to be a Reaper opening. There's not much else to talk about right now as we just kind of keep an eye on the map. We have a hatchery going down here for Ming. Gas is on the way, so we have the hatch gas pull once again. That's about all there is going on right now, folks. This is the same Reaper opening going up against a hatch gas pull opening. But the skill level between is going to be a little bit different. We do have Diamond now versus Masters player, so the interesting part about this is it's going to start to swing in the other way. So far it's been Spartan just dominating all night, and he finally got taken out by Blues, which Blues got the first one there, and he took out Axis last game pretty easily actually, making it 4-2. We do see that Command Shooter get ready to be dropped for Blues here. So that fast expanded from the Reaper opening. This Reaper going to be used to scout around, make sure nothing cheeky is coming, and try and get a couple drones off. The pool will be finishing up shortly. And as early games go, it's just pretty much standard all the way around. Droning up, expanding, getting your base, get that 2 base economy going. As the Reaper has come out and is moving across the map. Metabolic boost is on the way, and the first 2 queens are on the way out with 4 lings in production. So by the time this Reaper hits, I feel they're a little bit late, but about the time this Reaper hits, the queens should be able to pop out and help push us away. Especially with the 4 lings about to pop out. As you see this Reaper jumping up into the main base here, he's going to come in here and try and look around. He seems pretty standard. He seems to notice it. Throwing down that Reaper Grenade, or KD8 charge as it is called. Not really getting any value out of it. He's just running this around. I love the positioning on the spawning pool actually, because it blocked the Reaper in. It put this Reaper in a very tight situation where it might actually get picked off if he jumps down this ramp. And yes, it will. That actually kind of hurts actually, to lose that Reaper that early. It looks like we will have a 3rd base going down. Ming is going for a fast 3rd base, which is actually interesting to see because that means he's playing a little more greedy. He's trying to get ahead here. Economic. We saw this economy do this earlier in the series, but he kind of got pushed around by a Protoss player. As Queens just continue to inject on the other side of the map, we do see the starport and the tech lab on the way out. The stem should start up as soon as this tech lab is done. Actually, we'll just see a swap to another tech lab. Oh, are we? Oh, this is awesome. We're going to see a Hellion Banshee play come out here. The cloak is on the way. First 2 Hellions are out. I'm just going to get shoot away. Oh, my hatch. I guess he just about realized he didn't throw down to his 3rd base. These Hellions are just going to pick up these lings very easily. Is this going to be more of a mech style or more of a bio style? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Because this could go either way. You could transition right in bio very easily from this. You could transition into a big mech push right away out of this. There's a couple overlords sitting around the back here. As these Hellions are going to move out across the map. There are lings out to deal with this. They're heading towards the 3rd base actually. So they're kind of rallied out of position. And it looks like Blues will be heading up there. He took notice of Oh My Hatch, I guess, and is coming up here. These Hellions are going to poke away at this. The lings aren't reacting just yet. Actually, not a bad call to keep them hidden there. He's just going to run on by. He's not committing to anything. There's 2 more Hellions here, but he's not really committing to too big of a heavy push. The Banshee is on the way. The Cloak is on the way. Banshee actually being rallied over into the main base. These Hellions are going to get pushed away here. He might lose one for his trouble. No, or not. 3 queens out to deal with this. He actually pulled the queens out of position. Does he notice there? Yeah, he knows it's there now. It's on creep. The Cloak is out. There is a Spore Crawler out to push away this Banshee. There is a second Banshee on the way. Where is this other Banshee, actually? Yeah, it's back home right now. Okay, so on the other side of the map, we will see this Banshee try and get some damage done, which isn't going to happen. Upgrades are just Cloak for the Banshees and speed for the Lings. These Hellions are going to get shoot on home. Take a look at the units lost. It's 8 units killed in favor of our Terran player. Only 3 for the Zerg. As he's in position, he's actually losing a lot of energy here from the not using this Cloak. Really, he's not getting anything out of it. But the second Banshee is out. This is starting to look more like a mech play, as actually 5 barracks are on the tab for production. This is going to be a huge push as the barracks explosion has begun. Stim is on the way. It should be... Medevac and Stim should finish up about the same time. Oh Lord knows there's a wall up here. The 3rd orbital is on the way, and there's not really any aggression coming out yet. This Zerg is just playing a very reactive-based style, as we see +1 melee and +1 carapace on the way. Oh, these Hellions are going to get surrounded and picked off, but not before taking as many units as they can with them. He killed 1 drone out of that, by the way. Only 1 drone and, like, probably 3 more Lings. Not much out of there, but there's a lot of queens on the map. These Banshees are just trying to find some purchase, deny some creep tumors. Just clean up creep here and there where he can. Got to oversee him being morphed in here to get that mobile detection on the way to deal with these Banshees. As this is actually pretty annoying. He's actually forcing a lot of energy to be used with these queens to keep the creep spread out there. This is also keeping Zerg back on their side of the map. SCV is being rallied down across over here to the 3rd base for Terran, as he is going to even out that base count. As the Lings are looking like they're trying to move out, but it looks like they're going to stay home. Because he probably knows about this drop on the way now. Yeah, the Overlord did get picked off, so he knows that there could be a drop on the way. 1-1 is finished up for the infantry, as there are no Banelings, and Spire is about to finish. 2-2 is on the way for Zerg. Combat Shield is on the way, and 1-1 is 1-1 right now. They're even on upgrades, but the Combat Shield is going to do a lot in this push, actually, because once this finishes up, that's +10 health to the Marines. And 2-2 is nowhere near done, so upgrades are in favor of Terran right now. He does have the Banshees out to help deal with the DPS as well. As long as he doesn't lose them here to these queens, they will be a big help in this fight. Stim forward coming up as he's going to push right on the creep. Marines are coming out. The Spore Crawler is going to push away this army. The Widow Mines are going to get some pretty good detonation. 1 good detonation out of it, actually. And losing a few Lings, but not much else. A Queen finally getting picked off here for his trouble. And we do see 6 Banelings on the way, as he's going to try and use these Lings to keep pushing this away. 1 medevac picked off by these Queens. The 8 range Queens are absolutely brutal, as another one will be picked off. He's going to boost that medevac on out of there. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, these Banshees are going to move over here to try and find some purchase. There's no Queen in the main, by the way, so he could actually get over here to scan, kill some creep tumors. Oh, he might actually pick off this drone before it even gets the hatchery down. Anyway, the fight's over here. Baneling's being detonated. Looks like he was on the Widow Mine. He's not splitting, he's just microing back as hard as he can. He's going to pick up what's left of his little Marine ball here and head on home. As the second Marine medevac push is coming out, there are Widow Mines in the mix. So the Banshees got picked off apparently, or did they? Yeah, the Banshees finally got picked off, which at this point in the game, their value is going to start to drop off a little bit. They were denying creep, which is amazing to have, but the real fight is going to be over here. He knows there's a 3rd base down. He has to know. Yeah, he knows there's a 3rd base down. But it's going to be right here is where everything's going to matter. The Queens are on the other side of the map. They've spread out. We're going to barely these Widow Mines. The Spine Crawler getting picked on here. The mutants have finally popped out, so we are going to see the Ling Bling Muta as he's trying to get rid of some of these Banelings actually before they hatch. Picking off a couple Queens. The splits are actually very good here right now. Mutants are going to come walking in here as the Widow Mines are going to detonate all over these Zerglings, which is pretty big, and he needs to keep the splits up. Oh, but the Banelings get some great detonations as the splits finally come into play. And there is still more Terran here than there is Zerg, as Mutalisks are finally being picked off, and as we will see, is 8 more Lings on the production tab. Third base is finally going to get picked off. Brewing's going to come out, another great detonation from those Banelings, slowly cleaning up this Terran army. Transfusions will be huge here to keep these Queens alive, as these Medivacs will run out of energy faster than these Queens will. And he's going to pick up what's left here and get on out of here. There's a great trade-off actually for Blues, because he took out the third base. He's killed way more. He's actually killed another worker somewhere. It's amazing that he hasn't killed more. As this fight will, once again, is this going to pick up once again? We might see another hatchery come down. Yep. Okay, drone is on the way over. He's just mining gas. He does have another third base up, so he's not too worried about that. These mutants are looking like they're trying to get out across the map to find some damage on the other side. Fourth base being taken up here, closer actually to the Zerg base, which is huge because he's actually ahead of base count. He's going to walk his way over here to the fourth, cleaning up all this creep, burrowing the Widow Mines. We have drill calls are done, so these mines will get down very quickly. Picking up a couple Lings as they hatch. Or the larva. The splits are coming out here as the Widow Mines won't get too many shots off. But a GG will be called. Nice. Blues bringing it up 4-3. This Blues just showing what it takes, you know, to play TVZ very well. And he does it so well. The splits, everything is just there. Anyway, as we load in the next game, we'll throw up the timer here to get the 2 minutes going and hopefully move into our next game very shortly, folks. Alright, y'all, we're going to load into the next map here. Need to get some stats updated here in a minute. Next map is going to be Odyssey. We will have another TVZ. As I do believe the score is now 4-3, and Inside Gaming is still sitting on that elimination point. As once again, spawning into the top left-hand corner of Odyssey is Psionic's Aftermath with the red Zerg pieces, Quiver Blood. Have fun, good luck being sent both ways. And spawning down in the bottom right-hand corner, currently picking up 3 wins this series. You know, it took Masteries to get it, but hey. Inside Gaming is starting to slowly bring this game series back. It's 4-3. And we have Inside Gaming Blues down here with the blue Terran pieces. And And again, we have 2 Overlords being morphed actually right out of the gate. 13 more drones on the way. Looks like he's going to try and get more of that early aggression going, as a hatchery will be thrown down here. We do have a drone scout coming out from Quiver Buster, a very different style already. As we will have the same play coming out, Reaper expand, standard Terra. There's nothing crazy going on here. Not yet anyway. As we take a look around Odyssey, Odyssey is basically this resort map. I wonder if Odyssey is actually like above Abyssal Reef, like so you're fighting Abyssal and you come up onto the resort, But there's a couple places I want to point out on this map that are very interesting actually, as this drone will come in here and take a look around. Already we see the Reaper being rallied straight to that drone. But anyway, right over here, this is a very cheeky place for Terran to abuse. Yeah, you can siege up tanks and actually reach up here. But something to note, siege tanks cannot fit through here. This drone actually getting a gas steal over here, kind of annoying for a Terran player, but you're not going to need that second gas right away as a Terran. So it's alright. I mean, you can expand, you can get everything else you need to go on. Reaper just going to be rallied back out across the map as a hatchery has gone down. It is almost done. Spawning pool just now finishing up. We should see speed starting up here shortly. Could take a little bit. Speed is actually a little bit behind for Quiver. 6 lings are in production with 2 queens on the way. 100 launch boost now starting up. He's pulling drones out of gas. Okay, so he's not going to look to keep mining gas, which means he's going to be playing on ling tech for as long as he can and macroing up from there. This Reaper is popping in here to try and get some damage done. There's 6 lings out to deflect this. He hasn't got any drones, but these lings are just going to keep it pushed away. Looks like he's just going to run it straight up in here and try and take a look around. I'm actually interested to know why he didn't use the back door over here to step up and get out. But once again, the spawning pool blocked down to keep this Reaper out of place. And the drones are actually pulled there. That little bit of extra DPS probably actually killed that Reaper. So anyway, as we see the command center finishing up, we will see it turn into an orbital as the mule gets called down. We see a factory on the way with a star, no tech lab, no starport just yet. I'm wondering if this is going to be another stem drop this time. I was wrong last time as he went into a factory, got Hellions out and so forth and so on. As we do see the lings coming across the map, this bunker will not finish up in time as we will have 2 lings down here to defend. These 4 lings are going to come in here. He will have to fight with the SCVs. Trying to run this SCV away. 1 SCV getting picked off so far. We do have a second. So 2 SCVs picked off as speed finishes up. Not a bad trade-off for 4 lings and not losing a single ling in the process. Lings are going to run back in here as there are 4 marines out to push them away now. Saying, get off my SCVs. Our Steve clones need to keep mining. As Billy the Marine jumps straight into the bunkers. We do see a Marine over here shooing away Overlords when and where he can. I hear it anyway, not sure where he went. 1 ling left out here. He's actually over here killing the gas geyser finally. He took it down here to his natural, so he moved it, took his second gas down there in his natural. Killing off the geyser, which means there's no vision around this area, which means he's now free to build there yet again. As a 3rd hatch has been taken, another queen is on the way with 14 lings in production, and we have Overlord speed. So this is where things are going to get interesting. There is no Ever Chamber. It's a macro hatch, which is needed to play Ling Bling Muta. Overlord chilling out here, just kind of looking around. Gas Geyser finishing up in the natural. Other than that, there isn't much going on. This is going into a long series as we have seen. 4-3 so far. As a Mutalisk, wow, I'm really getting tired here, folks. Anyway, these lings are going to come in here and start poking away at this wall as much as they can. And just head on home. He's realized he's not going to get much done. Without any banelings here, there's absolutely no way to break this wall. Walling off with that command center, closing the doors, lifting that starport, and we will see a stem drop timing coming out. Was stem finished up? Stem has finished up, yes. This Overlord floating on here to see exactly what he is up against. Other than that, there's not much else going on. It's got 2 base economy here for our Terran player. He's moving out with some Zerglings or Marines on the map. There are some Zerglings in place to pick them off or try to clean them up. As the Baneling Nest is on the way, there's Spore Crawler on the way in the third base. There's only one Spore Crawler on the map, actually. The Baneling Nest is in the natural. Another Queen has just finished up. There is a Liberator in place. It looks like he is going to... Spire is going to get spotted. This Liberator will pick up a couple drones for his trouble. As we will see the first medevac drops on the way. 4 Lings or drones have actually been picked off here. As he's going to rally this Spore Crawler over. Blues needs to pick up on this before he gets it lost. As 2 Queens are going to come over. He's going to get another Queen. Will he get the second? No, he will not. 4 drones and a Queen. It's a lost mining time in the main. As there is 2 separate Marine pushes, I do believe, coming out here. I lost track of the other medevac. Okay, so there is no drop anywhere. It's just this Marine ball in the middle against 7 Banelings on the way. Spire is going to finish up. He is playing against that Ling Bling Muta, and we have seen him take it apart once before, as the Widow Mines are going to start producing. Another drop is on the way out, as it will be sent across the map. Looks like he's going to try and clean up the creep here, and then make this drop into main. This Zergling will see this, however. There's a lot of Banelings here, folks. There's no way you could split against this unless your name is Byung. He's just trying to get the Widow Mines out. 2 more depots on the way. 1-1 is about to finish up, and then Evo Chambers are just now finishing up for our Zerg player, which means 1-1 is severely delayed. We will, however, see the Infestation Pit, and we will see the Infestors come out as he's going to start teching into that late game tech. Soon about the 10 minutes, you will see Zerg start to peek up in what they have as far as the technical army goes. Picking up all of these Banelings for free as centrifugal hooks will finish, and these Banelings will just roll on out of here. On the other side of the map, 3 SCVs have been picked off so far, as he will be forced to lift his third. However, on the other side of the map, 8 drones have been killed off, as more are just going to get picked off. He's going to lose his drop, but that's honestly well worth it. Did he keep that medevac alive? I don't see the medevac, so I guess not. Actually, the medevac... Oh, there's Widow Mine here. Just hiding Widow Mines out around random places of the map. These Lings are still here being rather annoying. As he can't land his third, he had to bring his army all the way home to clean this up. So unit count right now is only 9 Banelings, 5 Mutas, and 15 Lings. That is more than enough to fight this Terran Ball. It's going to come down to the splash damage of these Widow Mines. The Scouting Ling going to get picked off. He's going to see exactly where his army is, as another drop is heading out. So he's going to rally this army up with the rest. That third base being delayed is actually going to hurt a little bit, as the fourth base will go down. However, he's just going to push in here. It looks like he's going to try to set up and zone out these Banelings as they come rolling in here to try and deal with this. Mueller's being sent out around the outside edge of the map. Looks like he's trying to skirt this army, make sure nothing comes in over here around these trees, as he's being forced to back up. These Marines are going to go on home. He's giving Zerg some room to breathe, which is actually pretty good because he takes away that defender's advantage. You will see these Widow Mines are unsieged, as another drop is being sent out. It looks like it will drop into the main yet again, with another drop immediately behind us. And he's going to try and get any drones he can for his shovel, which honestly he will not pick up anything, and that Widow Mine is not going to barrel. He is actually forgetting his centrifugal hooks this time. His +2 is on the way. Upgrade advantage is still heavily in favor of our Terran players. He marches in on here this fourth base to try and pick this off. He will get it off. No cancel on that fourth. Nice way to make sure these Widow Mines don't go off. Ooh, big detonation for the Terran player as he gets to the detonations I think he was looking for. As these Banelings here are going to try and pick up whatever he can. Okay guys, if you're just joining us, it is 4-3. Quiver Blood has match point right now if he wins this for Psionic Aftermath. But as we see, Terran is not going down another fight. Some changelings out here trying to figure out where everything is. He's actually blocking that fourth base. Terran trying to push it here and shave off some more of these Zerg units. 2-2 is about to finish up with 1-1 almost done for Zerg as 5 more mutas are in play. Zerg is trying to jump on this army. The Widow Mines are not going to get barreled, as he's just going to get surrounded and killed off. That was a huge play, a very good play for the Zerg player, as that's exactly what he is going to need. However, there is another Terran Ball back here ready to fight and ready to roll, as the medevacs are going to picked off, and these mutas are just going to come straight out here to the map. There's no missed turrets down here, but there's a lot of Marines here, and he's going to lose so many Mutalisks. And with no defensive turrets out, you need the Widow Mines in the mineral line to try and zone out these Beetles. You don't want them getting any detonations or any good picks off on your SCVs. A lot of Banelings being morphed here. There's 11 Banelings are being morphed. He needs to get the splits. And before this round happens, okay, the Banelings detonated. This is actually going to help out a lot on these Widow Mines. The splits are actually very good here, but there are still a lot of Beetles here to pick this up. And more Banelings are rolling in. And he's not going to get out of this in time. Another good detonation in on these Marines as he's slowly peeling off the Marines. 32 more Lings on the way. He's just going to head on home, but 11 Marines being built at a time with 3-3 on the way. Drilling Claws are about to finish up for our Terran player. This is a huge thing that the Terran actually needs to get these detonations off on these Widow Mines sooner. I feel like he's missing some barracks as well, but I'm not going to say anything. He's playing very well so far. As on the other side of the map, we do see 2-2 starting up with the Hive Tech on the way for our Zerg player. As we know, he is going to drop the skate. He is going to see the Hive. He knows now that he is on the clock. This is a big situation for him to be in. Mutalists are going to come in here, start picking on these SCVs. It's 4, 5, 6, 7 days. 7 SCVs are going to go down. He's going to get missile turrets protected here. Going to get the siege up as a planetary will go down here to deal with these Beetles. And as the Mutalists are going to go on home, Zerg looks like he's going to probably expand towards his gold. He is moving that direction. As we know, if a gold base is taken by Zerg, that's a huge economic boost, and it's going to give him such an advantage so long in this game. It's going to be a very tough time for this Terran player to hold on. As we do see him trying to move around towards the Terran third, or fourth, as it should be called. He took his fourth base in the other direction with the planetary fortress. The Mutalists aren't going to be able to do much against that. The military turrets are in place to deal with that. Picking up a couple of Lings. There's not too many Marines in this mix, actually. He's started mixing the Marauders to tank for these Banelings. As they're both players are just trying to get position here to set up for this next fight that we know is going to happen. 2-2 is on the way for Zerg. 3-3 on the way for Terran. The upgrade advantage still heavily in favor of Terran. Another hatchery is on the way as he's expanding the opposite direction, not taking that gold base. This would be the 6th base, 5th base for Zerg. Getting once again ahead in that base count. A drop is going to be going out here for our Terran player. Sending it out around the outside edge of the map. He's going to drop in here on this 5th base. Hopefully it doesn't get picked off by these Mutalists, which are on the intercept course. And all these Marines are going to get picked off if he doesn't drop anything. One medevac goes down. The second medevac is going down. And he's losing. Just lost 2 full medevacs worth of Marines. Huge pick off for a Zerg player. As another drop is being loaded up, he's just going to unload that drop, realizing it's not going to be worth it. But again, he is on the clock. This is huge. He's on the clock, guys. He's got Thors on the way. He's got Liberators on the way to deal with these Mutas. But what matters is when that Ultralisk goes down, or the Ultralisk Cavern goes down. 3-3 on the way for Zerg. +1 air armor on the way for Zerg. As we take a look at the upgrade factors here, it's 2-2. 3-3 with Drilling Claws for our Terran player. Still no Ultralisk Cavern. That is what we're keeping an eye out for right now, because when this Ultralisk Cavern goes down, this puts the game heavily in favor of Zerg, as Terran is on the clock. There's so many Banelings on the map, though, it's almost worth it not to move out right now as Terran. That's why you're scared to move out as Terran. You need to find damage. So you send out these drops. The Mutants are here to pick off these drops. And as you try to move out of the map more and more, you realize the creep is just going to be everywhere. You keep your tabs on this army, sure, but again, you're just in a pretty bad position here when you realize it, because once you realize you're on the clock, there's no Ultralisk Cavern. These banners are going to roll in here, and SCVs are being pulled immediately. However, 8 SCVs going down, 9 SCVs going down, and they're just going to detonate on this planetary and not kill anything other than the SCVs. 9 SCVs have been picked off, though. As we see the Mutalists moving in over here towards this planetary, it looks like they're trying to get in position, but he realizes as he moves in there, it's going to be better to try and move the other way and get in here on top of this position with the Mutalists. As he realizes these are here, the Mutalists are going to move in here. Get pushed away. They are going to get a Liberator for free. Not much else getting picked off here. As Liberators no longer do the splash damage as they did when Legacy of the Void came out. Back when Legacy of the Void actually came out, you could fight like this pack of Mutas with 6 Liberators. It was absolutely disgusting the splash damage Liberators did. But again, as we siege them, Wouldn't mind siege up, the Liberators siege up. There's a Thor here to help deal with these Mutas. Remember, the Thors did get a buff to their anti-air, as that's what they were wanting it to be used for, not necessarily for ground defense. He's sieging up these Widow Mines just inside the Liberator zone and underneath the Liberators. And as I said, the Ultras are out, and these Ultras don't have the carapace just yet. A lot of damage going down here as Terran is being forced to run away. And he can really just fight this army, honestly, if you deal with the Banelings. But the Banelings are just getting huge detonations as he's being forced back further and further and further. Liberators are back here to help defend this, but I think he's just realizing there's just too much here. There's just not enough for Terran to defend with. As the Banelings get the huge detonations they're looking for, the mutants are going to jump all over these Liberators. I hope to see. Alright, the repair is coming down on this planetary, but as they just Ultras just tear through that, the Banelings splash all over it. He loses his 4th base. It's now 3 base economy for Terran as he's trying his hardest to keep in this game. He's baiting these Liberators. Ultras or Mutants not going down much. This might actually be a game, guys, because there's nothing left here for Terran to defend with. As the 3rd base is going to get worked on. He gave Zerg too much time in the end, and then Zerg got to that Ultra Tech, and this is what he needed to deal with this Terran ball. And Terran never really put on the pressure, he just sat back too long. Zerg got too much time in, 14 SUVs have been down. No more Ultras being picked off just yet, 1 going down here. But at what cost? He's back to 2 base. There's nothing left in his main to mine from, and the only mining base left is these 3 mineral patches left for Terran. Changeling's being dropped here to keep tabs on this army. But you know, as we all know, if you're mining, you're still in this game. However, as more Ultras and more Banelings are being morphed, the realization is setting in that this might actually just be the end of this match. As these Marines are just kind of just stuck, they don't know what to do. SCVs are long range mining here. He does land his 3rd yet again, which is good to get spotted. A stem forward here trying to, I guess, bait these mutants in to try and pick one off. As he's going to land his barracks, get a tech lab started. He does start up another base over here at his old 4th base. But again, there's just too many Ultras here. And I don't think he wants to tap out just yet because of this reason. So he's going to pick up his army, try and close the wall and shut the door to keep these out. But the Marines are here, the Banelings are here to get just slaughtered and chewed up by these Ultras. As these Ultras are again, at this point, yep, GG will be called. Alright guys, that is going to be it for tonight. Blues gave it a run. I would say he picked up 3 wins, and in the end, he just met a Zerg he just could not beat. But in the end, I feel his player's stamina just came down to it, and that's what got him in the end. Was as the longer you play, the tired you're going to get, and eventually you're just going to wind up running out of stamina in the end and not be able to play those longer games. So, in the end, it is 5-3. Psionic Aftermath will pick up the win in this best of 9. And again, we did make a series out of it, but in the end, it just wasn't enough to win. Insight Gaming going out 5-3. GGs will be called, and that will probably be it. Or some GG well played here. Good match. That one meme in the middle of the map costed it. Yeah, he got surrounded pretty hard there. And in the end, that's exactly what killed him off. He lost way too much army. And again, he just gave Blues gave Psionic Aftermath too much time. And in the end, that's what got him. As Quiverblood here is able to close out this series 5-3. I'm going to call it there, guys. Next week, we will have another match. It will be against GNR. So Insight Gaming will be going up against GNR. GNR actually played against... who was it? Insight Gaming or Rising this week. So, if you want to check that out, it's probably up. I imagine they'll have it up on their YouTube. Other than that, I will catch you guys later. I will be putting this up on YouTube shortly. And in the end, I hope you guys enjoyed the series. Again, have a good night, y'all. And that will be it.